Hey, my lovely animals, we're going to talk about the Scorpio full moon on May 1st. That's tomorrow, Friday, 2026. But before we do that, we're going to address the elephant in the room and realize that, yes, Michaela looks like a hot mess. It's either supermodel or homeless troll bridge. There is no in between. I have an excuse because I'm in the middle of moving to a foreign country and things are a little crazy. Look how beautiful I can be. This full moon, a couple of people have asked me, oh, should I manifest or do I release under this full moon? And they're all different. They're always going to be different because there's different planetary aspects happening in the sky. And I would 100% say that this full moon, you want to release, okay? You want to let go, let go, let go, release your attachments to things that is emotional, physical, psychological. Mostly, I think this one, given it's a Scorpio moon, would be emotional or psychological attachments to things. And do not be surprised if this full moon leading up to this all this week, and then especially tomorrow and the next day, could be a little difficult for you because we get bonded to things, right? We create emotional bonds, psychological bonds to certain experiences, to places, to things, to situations. And so when those things need to change or evolve or have an identity shift of what it is or what the relationship is or who you are or how you're attached to something, it feels like you're literally shedding layers of yourself. And it's a very uncomfortable process at times. This week, if you haven't been challenged already, if you're feeling it already, then this week, literally a Scorpio full moon is challenging your personal limitations, okay? And what I mean by that is when we become emotionally connected to something or psychologically connected to something, right? And that thing transforms, where we experience Scorpio themes like betrayal and a loss and abandonment from either our own doing or outside circumstances impacting us, we can experience this deep heartbreak, this heartache in a way, right? We experience our own limitations under this full moon, meaning we're exposing where we're attached to and where that attachment is actually going to create suffering if we don't learn to let go and transform a particular situation. Life is always evolving. It's always transforming. We have meaningful relationships. We have meaningful connections in our life to many things, but it grows, it evolves, it has its own age process with it. So we have to allow these things to live out their life and go through transformation. And that means on an internal and emotional level, we're going to go through our own alchemical transformations as well. And so why this tests your personal limits is because it's testing what you can emotionally withstand and your limitations on that emotional and psychological level, what you can handle and what you can transform through, right? On a deep alchemical level here. For instance, like if people are like, I can't handle this pain, like I can't handle imagining that suffering, right? Or suffering of the situation. I can't imagine losing this. I can't imagine going through that. And then you get pushed against that limitation that you thought you had. And so that's really what this Scorpio full moon can bring up for a lot of people is you're finding out where you've been psychologically and emotionally attached to something and where that attachment has put power outside of yourself, because this is about knowing how powerful you are at the end of the day. So it's an illumination to release your attachments to things and know that you're strong, that you can hold on, that you have enough power, that you have enough resilience. And anything at the end of the day that you have attached yourself to that is outside of yourself is literally just resembling something that you're yearning for, a desire within you to actually have power with. And the lesson teaches you that you don't need that exterior thing. You don't need that exterior attachment, because it's actually showing you, what that showed you was that you have that embodied within yourself. And the moment you lose that thing, the moment you lose an attachment to something, it's because you're actually embodying what you were desiring, what you attached to in the first place, right? So, for example, if you're in a relationship with somebody, you are attaching to them because you like their qualities, you like say they're very successful, say they're very business savvy, okay? They are a business owner and they're making a lot of money and they're professional and people look up to them and they love how they act around other people. And so you're attaching to that person because you're liking and desiring that power that they seem to have. But really, what you're not seeing is that person's just reflecting that you have that same empowerment within yourself. And so maybe that person teaches you how to start your own business or start your own company, right? And then they leave you. And then you realize at the end of the day, what am I going to, what I needed this person. I needed this person to teach me how to run a business. I needed this person to show me how to be strong and how to be a leader. But then they leave you and you have no choice but to embody that within yourself. So then you're reaching your own personal limitations that you had and you're alchemically transforming them and embodying self-empowerment through this journey, right? I hope that makes sense. So the Scorpio full moon is best for releasing things that you think you're attached to that represent power outside of you, and release. Let it go and understand that this is a level up. It's an upgrade of empowerment, okay? It can be painful. Scorpio transits, full moons in Scorpio, I think this is usually the toughest full moon of the year. If you can get through this week, right, then you're on good footing for the rest of the year, right? So I hope that helps. Drop me a comment. Maybe let me know what's going on in your world this week because I know it's a big one for a lot of people.